Rest in peace to Jerry Springer.
I saw that.
It's wild that I remember when Jerry Springer first started, just like when Maury first started, they were trying to do like serious news. They were trying to be
Oprah.
They were trying to be Donahue,
or
really.
Sarah Jessica, whatever her name
Yeah,
was.
all
Sarah,
those, none of,
Raphael?
and then it kind of devolved into people fighting. But that's when he hit his stride.
It
as far as
evolved, but
popular.
it evolved.
It did. Like I remember we would get together in the dorm and okay, Jerry Springer's on. It's got to be real.
Absolutely.
That's literally something that
you didn't
is
go
a
to
part of
school.
our
No, I never thought that.
you didn't rock with.
I never thought, oh, here comes Jerry Springer. It's going to be real.
I mean, not
I
real.
never thought it was. It was always comedic to me.
I know.
It was.
Because
I
you
used
know,
to watch
they
it,
would have the
though.
little people fighting, or such and such and impregnated,
or you found
this
out
other cat.
or you found out you was dating a dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And then
that
what's
was
Or the bull mascot got mad at the other mascot.
yeah. It was just hilarious.
What's
man.
my boy's name that had his spinoff?
Steve Wilkos.
Yeah, Wilkos. Yeah, the bot used to be the security.
he's a Chicago police officer.
Yeah, yeah.
His security.
No,
Steve
Jerry
might have
Springer.
got in some trouble or something.
Did he for real?
I think so.
Who, Jerry Springer?
No, not through Jerry Springer. I think because remember he had his own show, and then his kind of disappeared. Jerry's show was still active.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And it was wild. It's like, you know, when people talk about Jerry Springer, they were like former mayor of Cincinnati. You know, there are people like me who know he was the mayor of Cincinnati.
I never knew.
Exactly.
He had a judge show too.
Yeah, that was.
I'm sleep on the Judge show.
Yeah, so he was the mayor of Cincinnati.
Was he an
He got-
attorney?
I think so. He got caught up because he wrote a Lady of the Night a check.
Oh,
That was a thing when he was the mayor of Cincinnati. But
Buddy in the night.
but this is the crazy thing. Like it really was for people who don't remember that
Yeah, he
section
was a
of the
lawyer.
90s.
never knew
Jerry
that.
Springer really was there was a time where like he was almost at the center of just culture in America, you know. But I
There's a
remember
whole movie.
Oh yeah, he did also Ringmaster.
Yeah.
But I remember there was a time where there was such a backlash against him. Like the television station that carried him in Carbondale, where I was in college at the time, took him off the air during the day. And they tried to, because they wanted to say, "Oh, we're above this. We don't put this sort of thing on our airwaves." And it was such a problem with them as far as ratings and advertising. They're like, "Okay, we'll put it on. We just have to wait till 11 o'clock." So what was a daytime talk show turned into late night television in Carbondale,
being
Illinois.
shown.
But,
I mean, it was blurred out, but
What'd you say?
breasts was being shown.
but I remember there was, I remember there was there was some clergy in Chicago, because that's where the show was taped, where like you just can't have people on here fighting. And so like at one point the fight stopped. Because remember, they used to really have people jumping on each other.
Funniest. That was the part. You want to see if somebody was going to fight.
You know, but then
I just thought it was corny.
I thought it was
Can't
great.
lie. Can't lie.
I thought it was great. Yeah,
I
used
mean,
to
I
watch.
know I'm in the minority, but every time I was like, okay.
We
then
even
it
had
just-
the VHS tape where we would
Too Hot
the
for
greatest
TV.
hits.
Oh, I forgot about Too Hot for TV.
Yeah, man.
Man.
But after like say 99, I was like, okay, I'm checked out. Like this isn't like part of me said, you know what? Why am I looking?
Something to
He
do.
had a wave though. I'm talking about a nice wave too.
He did. It's just crazy how
It never stopped though. Like I said, it was still being. There were new episodes.
like Jerry Springer, the actual Jerry Springer show didn't stop until like maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Probably not, because there was newer shows that have came on like past that.
Yeah, because
Like within the last couple years, maybe.
See, I'm sleep on that part. I didn't know it had continued to had a shelf life that long. I thought it would have stopped at some
and then
point.
he had the Judge show too.
Yeah.
that was
on.
but for all the, it's crazy. I always thought, I mean, not. I guess funny, but there would be all this ratchetness. But then he would come on with this poignant kind of like the final word or final thought, where
He always had bars at the end of the show.
I mean, not really, but
yeah, he did. He had a few
not
bars
really.
now.
But he'd be like, be good to yourself and to others. And I was like, all right, Jerry, like you just presented this trash for 58 minutes, and now you're gonna try to give us
Put a
moment.
bow on it at the end.
No, it's funny. Ain't nobody ever blamed Jerry for none of the rigmarole that goes on in America.
None of the what?
The rigmarole.
So that's what I was about to say. It's like Jerry.
But it's all hip hop's problem.
That's what I was
Good
gonna say.
call. Good call.
Jerry was going to say, hey, even though we're presented here, you can be better.
Yeah. As long as he has the Jerry disclaimer, it's okay.
Yep.
Showing
So-
breasts and Jerry
It just got to a point where I'm
beads
like,
and-
really, are we still intrigued by when I saw it still into the late 2000s? I was like, who's still watching this?
Clearly somebody, because they kept running.
Because it just
New
got
generations,
to
maybe.
it just got to a point
Perhaps.
where you hear the bell like it was going to actually be a fight, and then It was always something. I mean, it just got trashier and trashier. But the thing is, I knew a young lady who worked for the Jerry Springer show, and people would always ask her, "Where do you find these people?" And she said, "We don't find them; they call us."
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but that's what we've talked about this before, to where, you know, and now it seems to be a running thing in society and in culture, to where people are very much willing to trade dignity for attention.
Absolutely.
And
And a lot of it was them
to
giving a
social media.
storyline. So they would pretty much hit up Jerry Springer and say, "I have a storyline that we want to perform," and they'd be like, "All right, that sounds good. Let's do it."
That's ignorant enough. We'll take that.
But
Absolutely.
This is the thing. At that time, when you could, you thought, okay, this is going to come on once, you know, and maybe it'll be rerun during the summer, and that'll be it. But now, when we have all these outlets, like there's a whole station on, if you have like a Roku box or whatever, that shows nothing but episodes of Divorce Court or nothing but episodes of Maury. So now it's to the point where like some of these kids are probably 17, 18 years old, but you know, they can turn on the TV at any given time and their father is talking about, "No, that's not my baby," or like these people who will come on these
No, that's not my
divorce shows and they're saying the most terrible things about, you know, the father of the child, the mother of the child. These things run 24 hours a day now. So you traded that dignity for your attention, thinking it was only going to be seen once, and now it runs on a 24-hour loop.
I don't think they wanted to only run once, because a lot of times in the TV game is to get into syndication.
But they're not getting any of that money.
Yeah, they don't get any of that money. They get
Who does?
They get to
nobody gets the syndication money.
People on
no,
the show?
the people on the show.
People on the
No,
show.
not the people on the show. No,
They
but
get to
Jerry
be-
gets that
No,
money.
Jerry
got that paper.
But they get to be continually embarrassed in perpetuity.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hope it was worth it.
Hey,
Hey, maybe.
15 minutes of fame might have been lame, might have been game. It's all the same.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. All
I
right.
see you over
Sign him up.
there. That boy
Bars.
cooking. Me and Lone can have an EP ready for you in 48 hours
Hey,
if
we
you're
were
trying to get
supposed to do
busy.
a record long time
Star
ago,
Trap.
but I retired before I started.